Company culture has been redefined in almost all companies around the world due to COVID-19 disruptions. What new culture building approaches should companies adopt in order to address what employees want and need to thrive in a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world?
Yes, VUCA comes up a lot these days, doesn't it? Okay, I think that companies and their leadership around the world are realizing that priorities have changed for employees. And the same incentives which were valuable for engagement are no longer effective. In other words, culture can no longer be bought with nice surface level benefits such as company cars, fancy phones, free lunches, things like this that were done in the past. These wear off and are taken for granted very quickly. And especially in a VUCA environment, such as what most of us operate in these days, our people want to work for a higher level purpose and a vision. And I'm not talking about a vision or a purpose that is written on a wall or in a policy statement, but something that deeply connects us together and which feels like it may allow us to leave the world a little bit better place than when we came into it. And it doesn't need to be massive. It can be small incremental steps, but people feel there are reasons behind it which benefit humanity and all involved. And then they are engaged and much happier. In a world which is a combination of both VUCA and more distributed multicultural teams, it is more difficult to build a culture than it ever was before. And it often takes longer to build that foundation of trust, which is vital. Our colleagues here in Asia may value certain elements of a culture, which are not a priority to their teammates in the West or the Middle East. 21st century leaders must be attuned to these cross-cultural differences, and they must adjust their leadership style to support their teams and break down any unnecessary barriers and foster a highly inclusive and diverse culture. I'd also add that we need to be able to critically reflect on our workplace culture and practices and be willing to challenge our own beliefs. In his latest book, Think Again, organizational psychologist Adam Grant talks about the power and benefits of knowing what we don't know. And this is a really difficult pill to swallow for a lot of us. And he talks about the cognitive ability to be able to rethink, unlearn, and then relearn. As we get more experienced and older, this particular skill is rare and it's more difficult for leaders as well. But the most effective leaders are viewed as those who are open to rethinking and relearning on a continual basis.